Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today is Thursday, Throwback Thursday. So I'm going to be hitting y'all with a story today. I'm going to be picking up from where I left off last week, so hope you're ready. I just want to tell you guys, yesterday I didn't record a video. I was actually busy working. I told y'all Wednesdays are usually a laid back day for me, but it turned out to be rather busy. I had a busy day at work, and I had a busy day actually doing reschedules of travel. So I was trying to multitask doing both at the same time. 2 hours on the call with a vendor doing a reschedule in the middle of working. Sorry guys for the ding. Let me try to take this off really quick. Please excuse me while I mute this. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So, I forgot where I was at. Yeah, the reschedule of the vendors. Don't mind my nails. Yes, I still got these things on. Anyway, the rescheduling of the trip did take a while. After that, I actually had an extra conference call than I normally have. So, yeah, yesterday I was kind of busy. I was tired, so I didn't come on, but I still love you guys. I'm back today. And like I said, I'm back with a story for you guys since it is the Throwback Thursday. So, picking up where we left off, in case you guys don't remember, I had just moved with my sister to Aurora. So, I moved with my sister. This is my oldest sister, and she was married. They had 4 kids in the household at the time, and he also had a son that would come over sometimes. So just adding me to, the mix was not the easiest, but they definitely took me in and under their wings. I was very grateful for that. Didn't really understand everything that it entailed for them at the time, because I was young. I was 14. But I definitely appreciate them for it now. So thank you guys. But yeah, so moved in, and a lot of times before I moved in, I used to visit and go to church with them. And so same thing continued once I moved there. We continued going to church. And that's kind of where I really got rooted into actually being a believer in Christ, and really learning about it. I grew up in the church anyway, but that's where I really began to learn about it. So that was just like the happy times of my life after moving to Aurora. You're gonna get into the other parts of why I wasn't so happy, but yeah, so being in church, we would have, like, I was part of the youth praise dance team. We used to have youth night on Fridays. I used to look forward to that. That used to be so much fun. We would just talk about like everything that we were experiencing in school and stuff like that. And the mentors would teach us about how to handle it in a Christ-like way. But it was real fun. Like, we used to dance and more double dutch there. We used to go on these youth retreats and stuff. So it was real fun. I definitely enjoyed that part. So my unhappy part was pretty much, I was sad about the fact that, I had just graduated from 8th grade, and I was going to have to go to high school with people I didn't even know. So, everybody already clicked up, doing their own things. And like I said, I had only moved there with 3 days of clothing, you guys. 3 days of clothing. So this happened over the summer, about 2 weeks before school was getting ready to start. And I didn't know what I was going to do. So I went back to school shopping at the thrift store. The whole wardrobe was from the thrift store. But, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, my clothes were still cute. Even though it was from the thrift store, I was still cute. But it was just like I was sad parting with the clothes and everything that I had before to be shopping at the thrift store and already going to a school that I didn't want to go to. So, needless to say, I felt like my life was miserable my whole freshman year. And to add to it, yes, everybody was already clicked up and all this stuff. Um, then it was this guy who tried to talk to me and was upset because I wouldn't give him no time of day and decided to spread a rumor about me saying that I slept with the whole football team. So this was going around the school and I'm just like literally over everything. um so my freshman year was just miserable. I think I cried every day. Like literally, I'm not even lying. I think I cried every day of my freshman year in high school. Um but anyway, after that was over, about 2 weeks after that, we found out that the complex we were staying in was the condo was being shut down, which later eventually resulted in us being evicted. So for about a month, we were staying in hotels. So the seven of us were staying in hotel rooms. Obviously, that became expensive. So after a month's time, you guys, I am so sorry for all of these dings. I don't know why my phone is like hotline right now in Messenger with all of these group messages, mainly pertaining to business. Anyway, back to the story. Um, so yeah, we were staying in the hotels and it it became a lot. Like staying in a hotel every week was just too much money. So my brother actually was willing to let us move in with him. Only thing is he was married and they only had a 1 bedroom apartment. So the seven of us were living in their living room and obviously that just didn't work. 1 bathroom, 1 bedroom, 9 people total. No. So we did that for about 2 weeks. And then from there, we started staying with my sister's husband's brother. But he had 3 kids. I believe they were in a 2 bedroom. So again, all of us just was not working. So we tried to find a few shelters that would let us in, but it was just the combination of the family. Either it was like shelters for battered women, single women, so you couldn't be there with a male, or it would be just like a men's shelter. The ones that did accept families like all together were full. So we found one shelter in particular. They didn't have any openings on the inside where the families were, but they did have something called Tent City. So behind the shelter, it was actually just like a big field, and they had nothing but tents. And so there were families in tents, single people in tents, and I mean literal camping tents when I say tent. So they gave us a big tent. I think it was like a 12 sleeper or something, the tent, but it was just the seven of us. So, you know, we had brought mattresses and things and put it in there. We had our clothes and like laundry bins, and we were literally living inside of a tent for 2 months. So we were behind the shelter, and the only thing that kind of saved us was the fact that we were a family. So during the daytime, I believe it would be like 7 or 8 in the morning, they would open up another part of the shelter on the inside where they would serve food, and the families that had children were able to come in and make food. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, y'all. They were able to come in and make food and watch TV and things like that to be in from the heat. And just, you know, the younger ones and stuff, we could take showers inside. There were days where they wouldn't do that though. So we would literally have to be outside washing up with a water hose. Like I literally can't believe that this is a real life story, but this is what we were living. And some days when they wouldn't open up outside, then we would just, like, they would bring meat for us to grill. So we would grill the meat outside and eat. I mean, like, they had porta potties outside for to use the bathroom. So like I said, luckily for us, we were a family, so they would let us in a lot of the time. And they would have that open until about 10 p.m. at night. So you could take your showers, eat and everything before time to close down, and then we would go to the tents. So this was about a month before summer break ended. So while we were still there, we were there for 2 months. So I ended up having to start school, and at the time, I ended up having to transfer schools. I was going to East Aurora first, and I had to actually transfer to West Aurora. So I went there for about 2 or 3 months. But let me tell y'all how good God is, because we were actually on a wait list for like the housing authority once we had got evicted from the apartment, and what was supposed to take a year only took 4 months. So the whole combined time that we were, homeless and living in the tents and everything, the housing actually came through, and we got a place, a 4-bedroom duplex. So we were grateful for that. So after that, that was actually back on the east side. So I had to re-enroll back into East Aurora High School. So when I came back, now I was a traitor this time. So I was facing a whole lot again, but this time I came back with a different attitude. I was like, I ain't playing with y'all. So I was getting in a lot of fights. I was suspended from school, but it kind of turned out better. I mean, like the people that I did make friends with from 9th grade, they were still there. So it was like, I had my friends back from then and made some new friendships. So, I mean, it all started kind of smoothing out. And then I remember there was this guy I used to always see, and I would be asking everybody, like, who is that? Who is that? And they'd be like, oh, that's so-and-so. And I would be like, he's cute. And so the ironic thing was, one day I came home and my sister's telling me, like, I met this guy today and I prayed with him in our driveway. Like, I think that you would actually like him. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. I actually had a boyfriend at the time. Anyway, so, she's telling me about him and everything. And so he came over one day and she's like, this is the guy I wanted you to meet. And turned out to be the guy that I would always see at the school. Like, who is this guy? So she introduced us, and it was pretty much history from there. I won't say that, because actually for the beginning, like, he was going real hard trying to get a girl, but I wasn't going. Like I said, I had a boyfriend too at the time, so I wasn't really trying to get him to play. Me and my boyfriend ended up breaking up though, and of course he consoled me through it. And then about 2 months later, we actually started dating, like, officially. And so in next week's story, I'll come back and tell you how life with my new boo went. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's story. You got a little bit deeper look in my life. These nails are really blowing me, y'all. But like I said, stay tuned for next week. Today is Throwback Thursday. I absolutely love you guys, and I thank you for tuning in with me. I'm feeling pretty good, getting some good feedback from some of the videos that I've been putting out. So I hope you guys are liking the content. If you guys have any ideas, I'm open to ideas. I do pretty much, have a gist of how I want to do things already, but definitely open to some ideas, or if there's some content you guys would like to see, let me know. Oh my gosh, I hope this don't ding another time before I get off of here. But yes, I absolutely love you guys, and I will be back tomorrow for Forex Friday. Like I said, I want to try to dig a little deeper with you guys, give you a closer look to some of the things, and maybe try to explain some things more in depth about how I do Forex. So, love you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm out of here. See you tomorrow. Bye.